This is the snake, I would say, in my opinion, that contributes to the unknown deaths in Sri Lanka. This is the very elusive krait, also locally known, commonly known as the oil krait or the common Indian krait. This is Bungaroo ceruleus. This is basically a subadult. This is the snake that is commonly found in the dry zone. This snake kills more undocumented deaths in Sri Lanka and is more venomous than the common cobra. This is the biggest culprit of when people die mysteriously in villages. Probably it's the snake that basically attributes to most of the deaths in Sri Lanka. The krait is basically a very elusive reptile. It is in Sri Lanka, it's known as Telkaravalaya and also known as Magamarua. Magamarua means death on the way. Kraits are normally encountered mainly at night, and when I mean night, normally at about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. They are very secretive in their habits. They're known to inhabit termite mounds and live sometimes individually or in pairs. This snake is a pure neurotoxin, and it's also known as a bungurotoxin because the venom goes to act on the neuromuscular junction, and 90% of the krait bites are from respiratory failure. It is common practice at the Polonnaruwa hospital that during the rainy season to keep a bed awaiting in the hospital because they do expect people from snake bites that come in at night, especially after the first onslaughts of rain during the monsoons. Some of the common manifestations of a krait bite is abdominal cramming. So sometimes people will come at about 1 o'clock in the morning and say that they have a stomach pain in the lower abdomen, and sometimes the diagnosis is so misunderstood by doctors that they think that they're coming for a different reason. But if antivenom is not administered immediately, you'll have to probably go ahead and introduce a respirator ventilator, because this snake will definitely put you into respiratory failure. A little bit about this krait. The krait is very easy to identify in Sri Lanka. There are a lot of mimics of the krait. The krait is basically very shiny. That's why it's known as an oil krait, because when you look at the colors of this krait, it's very shiny. The dorsal scales and the lower scales are all shiny. And the reason I'm able to handle this snake right now with a little bit of ease is because kraits are mainly nocturnal and they're rather passive during the daytime. But even though they are passive, you have to take extreme caution in handling kraits. Another way of identifying kraits is that you can see the white bands. The bands are continuously throughout the body, and with age these white bands disappear. Another way is that they have a black iris, and the most easiest way to identify a krait is that it has undivided subcaudals. See, in a krait the subcaudals are solid. So you can see the subcaudals, they are not divided. So in a harmless snake, these subcaudals will be divided. So the most common mimic of the snake is Lycodon olicus, which is known as the wolf snake. A little bit of this krait. The fangs are asphyxiated to the roof of the mouth. It is anteriorly grooved. It's similar to the coral snakes and the mambas and the cobras. And the fangs are very short on this particular snake, and it bites and holds tenaciously with a bulldog grip so that it injects venom back in very, very effectively. These snakes would not be released into the wild because these snakes are basically used for educational purposes, to educate the public and show people what kraits are all about. Now, you wouldn't be able to try this with this krait at night because at night it'll be very active. And Mark O'Shea considers this snake to be the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of the snake world. It is a very secretive reptile. Not too much is known about this particular snake, and it is either solitary or lives in pairs. So this is the elusive common krait, also known as Bungaroo ceruleus of Sri Lanka.